Conversation with Nujum Sports, and we're having a number of these topical conversations right across the Black History Month. We have got someone special with us today. We're at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and we have got Adama Traore. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good, yeah.
Well?
Well.
Good.
Well.
I want to talk to you about how you're dressed to start with, just to make you feel comfortable. Is this a traditional dress?
It is. It is. Indeed, it's traditional there from Mali, I think, for my family origins, my origins as well. So most of the time they wear this dress because it's hot there, around there, and you can see some gaps in the middle to dress, and it's a typical dress of Mali.
What's it called, sorry?
Most of the time it have different names. It have different names, you know. Have different names. There's no one name you can call it.
So, did you say that your mum,
My
mum
mum
sorts you out with your clothing, yeah?
Yeah, it was sometimes when
it's traditional.
When she's go over there, so she bring me some gift, and she bring me this time. It's nice.
Did you say you wear it when it's hot?
Yeah, normally we wear it when it's hot around there, you know, and also because it's more easy when they have to work or do something around there, because you can wear some certain clothes because it's so hot there. So this is the main clothes of them, you know. It's not that heavy. Is good to wear and also fresh.
So we're talking to you just before October, and you're still in your traditional clothing for when it's hot.
Yeah, but
the English weather, does it impact at all?
No. To be honest, of course, it's a big change. I'm from Spain. I come from Spain. I grew up there, you know, and it's a big change. But I think sometimes I like to wear some my mom clothes, and I can send her some picture and give back.
Brilliant.
Thanks to their gift.
Can I just ask you about that parental upbringing? How important were your parents in your, original start of playing football, from a really young age? How supportive were they, and how much does it mean to them that you are the player that you are today?
I think everything. I think when I started playing, my brother started playing. I was very young. I started playing early than I should because my father asked me. I was every day in front of the training ground when my father was leaving my brother, and I was angry, crying, and I was saying to my father, why I'm not playing? Why? And he said, you too young yet, you know. I was running inside, and the manager of my brother, he was picking me up and dragging me out and said, relax, next year you're gonna come. And in the end, my father said, please, just let him play because he's gonna cry every day. And my father asked me, you want to play football? So this is how I start. And about my mom always has been there. He's been supported, like my father, you know, and they've been supporting me all the time. And they say, if this is what you want to do, you have to work hard. There are certain things. Also, when I was little, they was explaining to me, you know, about you're gonna have some differences.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some people who might don't like you because your skin, and they always keep explaining me that and introduce me what is going on in the world. Because when I was very young, most of the times you don't know what is going on, or you don't know why they can treat you different. So my father, and also when I was in the house, my uncles, and they was working in normal jobs, so they was coming to my house because my father is the older of the brothers, and explaining the history, and I was listening also, you know, the difference, what they doing what difference they treat them in the war, what they call them, and you know, little by little you listening, you know, what is going on in the world, and how they treat people treat them, not everyone, but the difference, what the problem is.
So just tell me a little bit about growing up in Spain, as a black family in Spain, you know, as a young black kid who wanted to, you know, go and play football. What kind of experiences did you have growing up back home?
I have good experience and bad experience about the being a black family and black a player. It was difficult. Why? Because you always have comments to my mom and to me like you don't have the age. You're more older than what you say. You know. Comment like look this monkey and all these things since you little, you know, and I always was running to my mom and my father saying what is going on, why they calling me that, or why they don't like me because my skin, you know, and they said to me like, this is the world work, you have to work double, you have to do things double, and it is what it is, you have to take it, you know. And little by little, and when I was growing up, you know, so it's not only inside of the pitch, it's also the pitch, you know.
Yeah.
We used to know we wasn't allowed to go in certain places, you know, like if
As a family?
as a family and as a kids as well. If we want to go out, party, you know, there are some places you can't go. You know, if you want to go out to eat, there are certain places you can go. And we know that when we was black guys, you know, we was talking each other, we know these places you can go, these places we can go, so we have to choose the places we can go because we know already. You go in there, you know, you're not going in, you know, so like it was tough.
One from me, last one from me for the moment. Did that affect your upbringing? So in terms of not being able to go certain places, in terms of being identified based on the colour of your skin, in terms of being called a monkey at a very young age, did that impact on you at all? Has it left something there for you?
In my point of view, yes, it impacted, but I think for me it was different because my family already was introduced me like what is going on, and this is why I think I've been talking about this. It's important you talk about the young age who have these problems, to explain them why this is going on, you know, and teach them. The people who doing this, teach them and saying why they're doing these things, and the young kids who have these problems and they suffer for racism, explain them, you know, what is going on. They have to, because I take it like that, you know, I take it like, okay, this is the world I have to be strong, and there might some people take it like why I should be treated like that. So they might have some mental health problems because they might think they are less than the other persons, you know. So I take it like this, thanks to my family, because when I was growing up, they was already explaining me, listen, this is the world you're coming in, and you have to start being strong, and you have to start adapting the way it is, you know, a little by little. You have to change things. After, I think it's not everyone. I have friends, mixed friends of Spanish, you know, Dominican, African, have mixed friends, and I think that's also it can happen. You know, it's beautiful. You have the mix of everything, and also it's good the conversations, you know, because you can see the different conversations which each family have about these things, you know. And most of the times I realized when I grow up, most people they may be scared about not knowing one thing, because there are some people they just never met a black guy, they never talk with black guy, you know, and sometimes it's a respect of that. And I think for me the best way to fight this is a cultural thing and education thing, you know, talk to them, explain them, and the way we think, the way we suffer things, and after we go from there.
Fantastic, brilliant. Okay.
I was going to ask, just to touch on, obviously you mentioned that you're Malian, also you're Muslim. Talk to me about that, because for me as a black Muslim, growing up in England, in certain areas it's more difficult than, for example, for London. In Barcelona, what's it like? I know there's like North Africans, there's Moroccans. What's it like being a black Muslim in Spain or in Barcelona?
Of course, I think it's similar to the case of black guy. I think most of the time it's very difficult with people, because what is going on most of the times in the media is about attaching the community Muslim with some differences of terrorism and all these things. And I think is more important is you have to educate yourself. You have to read about what is the base of Muslim, and I think the base of Muslim have a good heart. You know, everything is around there. Of course, we have some basis of the Quran, of who to follow, and one God. But I think the most basic things is have a good heart, and I think we know each other, and I think people have to know that, you know. But most of the times, if you don't have a conversation of mixing things, and I think sometimes, like we always say, like the Muslim community and the Muslim book and the God say is the Quran is perfect, but us as a guys we are not perfect. So us as an individual, individual person, we can make errors, and that doesn't mean it's attached because the Muslim way, you know. I can make errors, and that doesn't mean it's attached with the Muslim way. And I think people have to educate themselves, knowing what is the Muslim religion, and go from there, you know. And I think this is the most important. But most of the times, what the action I do maybe is bad action, and they attach it with the Muslim way, and that's totally wrong. You know, you have to educate yourself what is being a Muslim, and I think the basis I have a good heart, you know, and after go from there, and you will know is similar. It's a following of the another religions. It's not different, you know. It's a following with another religion, you know. And if they educate themselves, and I think it's about not knowing, you know, just listening what is going on in the media, listening what is the issues. I think every religion have issues. Every religion have their own problems. I think the base thing is educate yourself, read the book, listen to people who you have to listen. And for me, the most important thing is looking for your own information. I think this is the main thing. Go to the book, watch what is going on in the religion, and after you will understand what is going on. But I think most of the time, not only in Europe, in Africa, and in different places around the world, they mix the culture with the religions, you know, and this is happening a lot, you know. You know, when in Africa there are certain things, you know, where they mix the religion with the culture, you know, and it's normal because after how many years it's been in one country, people just changing things, you know. This is why it's important go to the base, and the base is the book. Read the book, make yourself information, and after you go from there.
You're speaking about education quite a lot, which is massive. I'm going to touch on that again a little bit later on. But I actually want to talk about you and your brother. Was there a rivalry there between, you know, your brother's a year older than you, is that right?
2 years.
2 years older than you. Was there a little rivalry there when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Go on, talk to me about that.
Actually, he was playing, I was playing in Barcelona, and he was playing in Espanyol.
Ah, so there's rivalry anyway, yeah?
Yeah, so imagine before the game, he was sleeping, we was sleeping in the side.
Yeah.
You know, so before the game, like, it was absolutely silent in the house. Because we know, you know, it's a class of derby, how they call it in Spain, you know, against my brother in the next day. So I know have to go for him in the pitch.
And did you?
No, I didn't.
Who won the most? Did you win?
We won.
Yeah,
we won.
you won the
we
most,
won,
yeah?
We won.
How good is he?
He's very good. I think he's very good. And he also suffered of racism as well. Like, you know, so he was the first one to get to the level of professional and all these things. And yeah, he's very good. He's very good player. And I think, he's a striker.
So really, he helped pave your way in the game, didn't he? Because you're looking up to him, and he's made it, and you want to get there as well.
Exactly.
So do you talk about that as brothers? Do you talk about that influence at all?
Yeah, of course, because he's the one who we start also when I was growing up. He was the one who explained to me, you know. He was the one who first get his own professionals dressing rooms, you know, and he was explaining me, hey, the dressing rooms and the football is going this way, is going that way, you know. You have to know, you know, when these things happen, you have to react like this, you know. Don't overreact, and all these things, you know. And he was the first one who was explaining to me what was going on and what he was, how is this journey, you know, to also help me and prepare me what is coming.
You seem like a really close family, have that family unit. Has that matured over the years? So has that helped you in achieving your dreams over the years? The fact that mum, dad, your brother, have you got any more siblings? Is there any
my
more?
sister.
Your sister as well. Does she like football as well?
She liked football, but she was playing tennis.
Ah, Serena Williams. You're going to be the next
Yeah,
Serena Williams?
Oh, no, she liked tennis, yeah.
But yeah, how close were you as a family unit then, growing up? You know, you've got your brother ahead of you. Are you the little one? Where's your
I'm
sister?
the middle one.
You're the middle one. So you're the middle one. So you all kind of influenced each other then on this journey, yeah?
Absolutely.
And your religious beliefs and faith, does that play a part as well?
Yeah, of course. I think big thing. I think I believe in the religion, in the Muslim religion, because also my father teach me, and also I'm looking for information. You know, I think that's important. Your parents teach you how the Muslim way, and also search. You have to want it. You know, you have to want to, and you have to search it. They don't know. My father just teach me. I say, in the end of the day, because this the book say, and I think is normal. your own actions will dictate what you have in the future, and this is the truth, you know. So you have to, okay, I can teach you, but in the end of the day, you decide what you want to do in life. Because one day, my father always tell me that one day I won't be there, so it won't only you. So you decide what you want to do in life. My responsibility is try to teach you what is the good way. I come from long way, you know. I never have a problem. I always try to follow the good path. So now is your turn, you know. You growing up. I try to teach you the best I can, and I will teach you the best I can until I'm not here. But you have to know every action has responsibilities.
Absolutely. I'll bring Mamoon again in. Just this last one from me. Is that the reason why you have contributed to the Common Goal cause? Maybe not just to talk about racism. You know, we can talk about racism for so long, by the way. But also the educational element as well. Just talk to me about the connect there and what it means to you.
I think I've been thinking a lot, you know, and my family teach me all the time, you know, you have to be strong, you have to take these things, and I was thinking, okay, that's good. I think we have to do another step. I think we have to fight it. We have to educate people. You have to talk about people, and I think this is why not only about the racism of anything. I think Common Goal have different parts of different apartments of helping people, and I say, okay, I think it's good to give back, to try to help people. I know many people are suffering for different things, and I have the chance to be a professional football player, to have some people who watch up to me, and I think I can talk with people, inspire people, and try to help people.
Amazing. And
this is what I was thinking for a long time. This is why when I scored the last year with the Globes, you know, and all the things, and this is my thing. I like to talk also. I will do some talk with the young lads because because they like, you know, to sometimes to listen what is going on. Also some parents all the time, you know, they text me through my father, through my mom. Listen, talk to my kid, you know, if you can't talk with my kids, teach them, tell them, you know. And I try sometimes when the parents come to my house and try to talk to my kid, you know, because it's more easy because you're there already and they want to be a football player. So I try to do all that and many things. I think is good to give back, and also is attached with my religion also. So
brilliant, amazing.
I think everything is cool.
Thank you.
Just the last one from me. Obviously, we touched on the religion's perfect, but Muslims sometimes we aren't.
Absolutely.
How hard has it been for you, especially someone that's come from Barcelona, been in the spotlight, because you want to, it's a personal journey, you know, to follow a religious
Absolutely
person.
right.
How has it been being in the spotlight? Has it been difficult because, you know, people are going to look at you and think, oh, this guy's a Muslim, how come he's doing this, how has it been for you, especially, like I said, like as a black Muslim as well?
I think I have many conversations, you know, not only with the, like, this is why I think every time, every certain time when it passes, I know it's very important to talk about people, have this conversation, you know. Sometimes people don't have this conversation, and they don't like to have this conversation because it's a delicate conversation, you know. But every time I talk with even football players, even people who do interviews, anyone, you know, they don't know what is a Muslim religion, you know. So that's why when I'm talking to them, I say, listen, be free. What do you think about our Muslim community? What do you think? Be free. There's no problem. I won't get angry or anything.
Judgment, yeah.
You just talk, you know. And most of the time they say, yeah, but I see this guy did that, and he's Muslim. I see that, and I say, okay. The basic thing is you have to know. One thing is the individual thing, like you're doing some things. That doesn't mean you attach of everyone, you know? This is your own actions, this is your own responsibility. That doesn't mean it's attached about the Muslim community, or it's because you imagine you are a Jewish or you are a Christian, because you do one thing. That doesn't mean everyone is the same thing. It's your own decision and it's your own responsibility, and you're gonna take things from there, you know, and they say, okay, you're right, you know, it's true, you know, because what I'm doing, that doesn't mean it's affecting everyone, but sometimes they attach with everything what one Muslim individual do, or they attach with the Muslim way, you know. So I think it's important to educate them, tell them, okay, this is the basis of the Muslim. I try to explain them, listen, this is the base thing. We have to fast. We have to eat certain things. We have to pray. We have to give something back, and all these things I'm trying to tell them the basics. But I think the main thing is have a good heart, you know, and this is the main thing. You have to have a good heart, and you have to have good intentions, good deeds, and all these things. This is the main thing, you know. I can try, but after I'm not perfect, you know. So if one day you see me do things, that doesn't mean I'm the perfect Muslim, you know. That's why we believe also we're gonna get judged in the end.
Is football doing better in this space then? This conversation that we're having around you, not only being black, so your identity will be as a black man, but also, you know, the attached to that identity is you're a Muslim, and there's different perceptions around all of that, like
Absolutely.
you've said. Is football getting better in this space, having this conversation, the conversation that we're having now?
Yeah, absolutely right. I think after I've been explaining them that many players, they say, okay, now I get it, you know. So they have different perception, because I think it's very important. Like I say, most of the times, like I say, there are some individuals, they don't want to touch these things, because sometimes people say, okay, it's my own thing, you know, I don't want. Different people can approach it different ways, you know. Some people, they want to talk about it. It's my religion, I don't want to talk about it. And there are some people like me, I say, okay, let's talk, I can explain you know, it's no problem. You know, and I think the conversation, even it could be tense, you know, or you will listen to things you don't like. It's very important to explain them, because, of course, they never have this conversation. They never know why I'm doing this or why I'm doing that. You know, when you explain them that, they say, okay, now I get it. Right. And next time I see things, okay, they will think, okay, that is not about the religion. Maybe it's about the individual who is doing whatever he's doing, you know. So this is the thing.
So this conversation is, you know, Nujum Sports, the organisation, is coming out of their comfort zone, and they want to produce content around Black history. It's Black History Month when this will go out. So is it important to you? How important is Black History Month, and what kind of messages could we share during that period of time?
I think it's very important for everyone. I think not only for Black people, for everyone to know. I think it's very important to use the empathy, to know, you know, what people suffer, and to understand what is going through the person who is in your side, to understand them. And after, when you have a view or you have to do a judgment, it's better have the all information, you know. And for that, it's more important know what is going on the person in your side. All the message I have to say, educate yourself. It's important, you know, listen, be open, and people who suffer in these things, you know, the best way you can fight it is explain yourself, you know. Most of the time, don't fight it with anger, because most of the time anger brings anger. Yeah. So all you have to do is, hey, explain to him, you know, try to explain the different point of view, have different information, because in the end of the day, if you only have one information, I will go for this information. But if you have two, you always can choose.
Adama, I'm going to call you a trailblazer, because I think that not just what you're doing currently, not just the education that you were provided with as a young person by your father and mother, I can see you continuing on this conversation in regards to, you know, unfortunately racism that we still have to talk about, but also you've educated me on this historical journey with you as well. So we have been in conversation with Nujum Sports and the legend that is Adama Traore. Sorry, I've nearly got his name wrong there.
It's okay.
I really apologise.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Is that okay?
Thank you.